So, and with people, most places, euthanasia is not legal, and it's very, very, very rare that even in places where it is legal, that the family members will choose to kill their loved one. They usually will take on much more than $4,000 worth of surgeries just to help them go on. That's just something that means a lot to me. It's just I'd much rather be working towards saving lives rather than choosing the easy way out for things. Because life is too precious to me to just give up. Over Christmas break, I shadowed an anesthesiologist at a children's hospital in Houston, and I spent from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. there. I spent like all day, a full work day there, and the anesthesiologist that I was shadowing, she had such a passion for what she does, and she cares so much for the well-being of every single one of her patients without even knowing them for a second. As soon as she walks in, everything she does solely to help that patient out, to help that kid be able to have a future, which is a huge, huge thing to me. Futures. So I saw lots of different types of procedures done. I learned a lot from in the day about not just what anesthesiologists do, but the surgeons and the nurses. Like during one of the surgeries that was happening, or that I observed, there was this cute little girl, 9 years old. She had the biggest smile on her face, even though she was going into quite frankly, a not very promising scenario for surgery-wise. With her stuffed Simba sitting in her bed, ready to go off to surgery. So we go into the room. We talk to her and her parents, and find out all of the the usual checks. And when we go into surgery, she gave me her, as we were walking down the hallway and we we're about to go into the room, she gave me her stuffed Simba, which was very clearly her pride. She loved that little animal, and she said, "Take care of Simba for me. I wanted to tell him how it goes after, or how it went." I said, he'll be right there waiting for you, right when you come out of the operating room. She smiled, said thank you, and she had no, she's the strongest little girl I've ever met. She had no fear at all going into that surgery. She just bit the bullet and just went in like a freaking hero. And unfortunately, she had a really, really advanced form of cancer in her bladder. And like it was like they have in the operating room, they have these like little cameras that they send into your body to well, first scope things out, see what they're like, so the doctors can figure out exactly what they're like, how they're going to approach the operation. Because every single operation is different. Nobody's body's the same. And so whenever we saw the screen, the video feed of her bladder, it was just a huge, huge mass of cancer cells. And I heard one of the doctors say, "Oh, this looks terrible. This is one of the worst cases I've seen. This isn't looking good." And so they went through the operation. Everything was going fine, and then you hear the beeping on the heart rate monitor. It just rapidly increased, which they could be from a huge number of things. And then it stopped. Flat line, terrifying beeping, like solid beep, and that was such a devastating moment for me. Because, I've never witnessed somebody dying before, and it's a really terrifying experience. Just to know that just a few hours ago, this strong little girl went into the surgery and asked me to take care of her friend for her, and unfortunately she couldn't tell her friend how it went. And it's just for that moment, like realizing how big of a difference life means. That whole experience, just as corny as it sounds, it changed me. I want to save lives. I want to help people. I want to help kids mostly, because they haven't had the chance to live their life, to experience life as everyone else, as all the adults have. And every single little kid has so much potential just to change the world, to change lives. It's just, they're too important to give up on. That's why I've chosen what I wanted to do.